Chicago. I saw Chicago up here. Well, who was that? South Side? Oh, you from the North Side, right? Ain't no, ain't that many white people on the South Side. From Chicago. I thank you. Your voice is so strong, so positive, so powerful. I want to thank the militant minister. I love this brother. He got up. I was nervous. When he was talking to Afro wig, I was like, man, I'm about to get out of here. But you were amazing, sir. For us, what we're doing here is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to get together and celebrate this thing that we have gotten over. Because sobriety is real. Sobriety can happen. And when someone goes out in March and supports someone else who's dealing with their sobriety, they are helping them in their journey. I love my sobriety. And if you want to succeed at sobriety and you can succeed at it, you got to love it. I love it like my woman. I don't want to cheat on it. I want to see it all the time. And when I'm talking about my woman, let me talk about my woman. I don't ever speak publicly without giving praise to my queen. Often men complain that their women don't treat them like the kings they are, and that is because we sometimes forget to treat our women like the queens that they are. So I never go anywhere publicly and not mention my queen, Kelly. She is awesome. She is a bad motor scooter. Let me tell you something. She's so amazing. I miss her when I go to the kitchen. You hear me? If I leave the bedroom, I miss her. Okay? She has given my heart something extra to thrive about. If I wasn't me, I would have been her. And I say that everywhere I go. Of course, she insists on it, but that's not what's important. No. What's important is she is my friend and she stands with me. And you only need one person to believe in you besides yourself, and you can create anything and you can do anything. Sobriety is real for me. I mean, I was a hardcore addict. Actually, I wasn't an alcoholic. I preferred to smoke my drink. Okay, those little white rocks was my choice. Okay, I was smoking. Let me tell you something. I also had one day I broke into my own house. You hear me? No, I was halfway out the door with the TV. Before I realized it was my house. And before I broke in, I used to stand outside. And case the joint. Sometimes I'd be out there 3-4 hours. Finally, I say, dang, this brother ain't gonna never come home, I was serious about it, and I only have, come March 1st, I will have 5 years of pure sobriety. And it only took me 27 years to get there. Let me tell you that. I'm going to get started in a moment, but first I want to thank a bunch of folks I wrote down. First, those beautiful men and women, these young boys and girls who came up and sang, "A Change Is Gonna Come." They sang that song. That little girl, she sang that song. Okay, I was loving that. And one thing I want to point out, when you support a group like that, this is how we make our community strong. We support our youth, okay? I really like to see it with black folk. I see white folk do it all the time. I see black folk, if we see a little boy at the house beating on the table, you be like, Billy, you hit that table again. White folk, they see Billy beating on the table. Look at Billy, he's gonna be a drummer. You see a sister jump around trying to dance in the hood. Girl, you need to sit down somewhere. See a little white girl jump around. Look at Shirley. She's going to be a ballerina. We have to encourage our children when they're really, really young. If we see something they love, we're supposed to support that thing. If they beating on the drum, buy them some drum. Now put them out in the garage somewhere, out in the driveway. Don't keep them in the house. But support what they do. If we support what they do, then they come to believe in themselves. And when we believe in ourselves, we don't have to find something else to lean on. Because that's part of where our addiction comes from. We forget that we are great people. Everybody out here, right now, is amazing and magical because God created you, and God don't create no junk. God created you with designer jeans. When He put you together, He knew what He was doing. So you're already magnificent. Exactly the way you are. You ain't got to change nothing. You already perfect. But when we don't notice where these bees come from, but when we don't know, if I knew y'all had bees, I wouldn't have put the cologne on. Don't put cologne on if you're gonna go outside. Sir, take your hands out your pocket. You can go blind. Yeah. So if you're gonna be out in public, you don't want to put cologne on if you know it's gonna be. I didn't know it's gonna be bees. In fact, let me tell you something. I'm trying to get over this weather. This cold to me. Y'all don't understand. I live in LA now. It was 111 degrees yesterday in LA. It was so hot, I saw a dog chasing a cat, and they were both walking. You hear me? It was hot. It was hot. I came here, I just bought this jacket from K&G just now. And I ain't had nothing but a shirt. I thought, oh, it's gonna be so warm. No. So then I put on cologne. I didn't know it got beat. The beat, I begged the bee what? The bee had luggage. You see the bee just went by? I'm scared of it. So anyway, okay, let me get back. I'm sorry, okay. Anyway, I love that young group to sing. We gotta support them. We always gotta support our youth. Even with Lean On Me, the little white lady was getting into it. She was over there. I mean, she didn't quite find the beat, you know, but she was trying. She was trying. Reverend Greg, the militant. I love you, brother. You got an Afro pick at the house, don't you? You Afro pick. Miss Deborah Hollis, thank you. You spoke for the governor? You the one, you read the proclamation for the governor? Okay, all right. He couldn't make it. I'll tell you, when I first got into recovery, and it's really funny. I'm gonna tell you my story. And first, let me tell you who I am. I'm Michael Colyer, world famous, world renowned, often talked about, alleged comedian, gentleman and a scholar, intellectual giant in a pool of mental midgets and a connoisseur of fine haberdasheries. Now, people, some of you know me from this movie called House Party 3. I played Showboat. Some of you know me from a show called Martin. I played Gina's boss. The little girls here, if you've watched the Princess and the Frog, I was one of the cartoons in the Princess and the Frog. I do motivational speaking, I do acting, I do comedy, and I kill bees. I just kill them. He fast too. He fast. He weaving and bobbing. I thought that was Muhammad Ali. Anyway, so that what I do is that I go around the country. I do film. I do television. There's a show on ABC right now that's called Black-ish. I just shot the new episode of that last week. I'm gonna play a minister on there. I don't say this to boast. I'm telling you who I am so you understand where I am and where I come from. I come from Chicago's projects. Robert Teller Home, 4352 South State, Apartment 909. And it's funny too because when I came here, I went to my favorite restaurant. I had to explain. I'm going through a little something. You might not be able to tell because I got the jacket on, but I'm bloated. Now, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one bloated. A couple other folks in this audience. I don't want to be pointing at people, but you know if you are or not. If you don't know, here's a couple of ways to tell. If you can see the inside of your pants pocket, you starting to gain some weight, okay? If the pleats in your pants deplete, you starting to gain some weight, okay? If the elastic in your drawers roll over a little bit, just like that right there, you starting to gain some weight. Now me, I know what it is, but a lot of people act like they don't know what happened. Let me explain. Food. That's what it is, simply food. And mine is, y'all got a restaurant here, I'm telling you, it's killing me. It's called Cracker Barrel. Anybody here ever been to Cracker Barrel? I love Cracker Barrel. At first though, I wasn't going to no restaurant called Cracker Barrel, okay? Like I told you, I'm from Chicago projects. We don't really mess around with no cracker. And a whole barrel full of crackers, that's a lot of crackers. You know, so when they said we going to Cracker Barrel, I said, I ain't going to no Cracker Barrel. They said, yes, we are. I said, I'm not going to the Cracker Barrel. Because I figure like this, if they call it Cracker Barrel, it's probably going to be a bunch of white folk saying negative stuff about the black folk. It's the opposite. They so nice at Cracker Barrel, you think they up to something. You hear me? And if you on a diet, don't go to Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel have every type of candy known to man. They got sugar baby and sugar daddy. They got moon pies in the box. Anybody ever had the blueberry pancake at Cracker Barrel? Woo! Look. The blueberries are so plump and juicy, the juice just squeak in your mouth. And the pancake's so light and fluffy, they got to put syrup on them to keep them from floating to the ceiling. You hear me? So Cracker Barrel has messed up my weight, but I went there. I'm just letting y'all know I spent some money in this town. I'm going to start in a minute. Hold up. Okay, I noticed I didn't get a sash. I didn't want to say nothing, but everybody else got a sash. Now, if you're going to read all that stuff, I got a sash coming. I want a sash. No, I don't. Don't take off your sash. You about to see? White folks are so giving. You like a sash? I'm joking. I don't want no sash. My mama what? Oh, you had 10 years to get the sash? I ain't got but 5 more years to go. I bet you I'll be back here getting it. No, you understand, man. The National Council of Alcohol, y'all who brought me here, the folks who brought me, the great Carl Diabro, who brought me here, him and his group. Now, am I pronouncing it right? Diabro, what is it? Diabro. Carl Diabro. It sounds like something you get on the side of your foot, don't it? I had a big old Diabro. It hurt, and I rubbed the salve on that thing, and it hurt. Anybody even old enough to remember salve? I'm just making that up. Okay. So I thank the folks who brought me. I just want to make sure I thank everybody. Detroit, of course, I thank the city of Detroit, which is magnificent. And I'm loving how y'all coming back. You know, y'all bringing this thing together down here. I love that. Recovery month, I just wanted to say I'm an addict. So September might be recovery month for y'all, but every month is recovery month for me. Every month, every day, you know. That's how they kill me when they say they got Black History Month. I got Black History every month, okay? And if I was only gonna have 1 month, it wouldn't be February. It wouldn't be the shortest doggone month. My month would have 38, 39 days in it if I was gonna pick a month. Bald head dude, can you slide a little bit to your right? Yeah, that glare coming off your head is killing me. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking. And of course, I want to thank Dr. Jones. Now, let me tell you my thing. My mission, I'm going to tell you how I went through what happened. I started out in Chicago as an actor and a comedian, and then I started doing comedy, and I started making money right away. And then I went to this place in California, Los Angeles, called Venice Beach. I did 9 years of comedy on Venice Beach. Every weekend, I did 5 one-hour shows from noon until 5 p.m. I do 40 minutes of comedy and 20 minutes of getting my money. And it was very lucrative. And all of a sudden, I found myself having more money than purpose. You know, I just had so much money. I didn't owe nobody. And that's when I got to experiment. One day I took this rock and I said, I wonder what would happen if I dropped this on this hot piece of glass. And anyway, 20 years later, I'm trying to recover from all of that. We all have different stories that got us out there, that made us start, that made us try it. Those stories are important so we know where we came from. Amen. But the real important story is our future story. Is us knowing where we can go, and that we can go there, man. We better quit fanning them bees. You keep on fanning them. They come at you when you fan them. Girl, you see how many times that bee came up here? My recovery, and I had to tell you, I was so strung out one night. It was like 3:30 in the morning, and I was there. I was at the house. I had been out getting high all night. My eyes were rolling all around my head. I was sweating like R. Kelly in the playground, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. And I picked up a phone and I called CA, Cocaine Anonymous, and a gentleman there told me where the meeting was in California. So I went to the meeting, and I got in the meeting, and it helped me. And for months, I went along with it, but I didn't really follow the program. You know, you want to follow the program and follow the steps. That's what'll keep you on the program. That'll keep you on point, right? Yeah. I wasn't doing that. So about 8 months later, I was back in the street again, getting high again, right back where I started. And there it was, 3:30 in the morning, and I was back at my house again, same way, sweating. You know, mad at myself, hating myself. I pick up the phone again, and I'd be doggone if it was not the same brother that answered the phone and sent me back to the same meeting. Needless to say, he is my sponsor now. You know, if you can get a sponsor, you want a sponsor. If you don't want a sponsor, get yourself an accountability manager. That could be anybody. That could be your mama, that could be your cousin, your brother, but somebody who you tell what your mission is, and they can always check up on you to make sure you ain't cheating on yourself, okay? What I want to say about sobriety most is sobriety is full of gifts. The gifts of sobriety are the reason I have this great queen I have is because I get sober. What I like about every program about sobriety is they all say you have to connect with your higher source. Amen. They don't say you had to connect with Jesus or Buddha or Allah or Yahweh or Yahoo. They don't tell you who, but you have to understand that there is something out there that's greater than us that created everything from nothingness and did it in the name of love, and you connect with that thing. So every morning you can start your day. Now look at this, how I do it. I start every day with gratitude. Bro, you can't find them? Excuse me, bro. Well, you looking for the plug? You looking for the place to plug it in? Trying to plug it in somewhere? Cause you look awfully confused. You distracted me. But can you take your little wire and go on back there for a minute? I'll be through in a second. Cause he just like this. Ain't no plug. We outside. Ain't no plug over there. It's a park. It's a park. You look all you want. Ain't gonna find no plug over there. Somebody get him a long extension cord, please. So the gifts of sobriety, first of all, is that you connect with your higher source. I know that God is great. I don't know if we had a chance to say thank you to God today, but I start my day by saying thank you to God. Every morning I start my day with prayer. Before I do anything else, before I kiss my woman, I brush my teeth first because I don't like to talk to God with a dirty mouth. But after I brush my teeth, then I do a prayer. And my prayer is not a prayer of begging. I don't have a God to stand around with a clipboard deciding what I did wrong and what I did right and whether I can have it or not. My God loves me unconditionally. So I start my day with gratitude. The Buddha says, I got to tell you this. The Buddha says, wake up and be grateful because you have a lot. And even if you don't have a lot, at least you got a little. And even if you don't have a little, at least you ain't sick. And even if you are sick, at least you ain't dead. So be grateful. So I start my morning, when I wake up, I already know I won. You know how many people didn't wake up this morning? How many people were here yesterday, had plans for this afternoon, didn't wake up this morning? So when you wake up, you already got something to be grateful for right there because you already won. Then I roll over and I look at my queen. Oh my God. I know I'm blessed. Then she smiled at me and I'm through. You can stick a fork in me, I'm done. So now I say thank you for all I have. Now if you start your day knowing that you're something, knowing that you're somebody, know that you are worthy of love, and you ain't got to wait for nobody to love you. God already did you. Go on and love yourself. If you already got all that going, then all you have reason to do is be happy. Everything else is gravy. Our job is to be joy walking. Every day. I'm walking every day. I don't have no bad day. Some people say, oh man, I had a bunch of good days. Well, yesterday, it wasn't that good. I have a great day every day. I ain't gonna have it no other way. I woke up, didn't I? Bald head dude. Did we wake up? Yes, we did. Electric man. Hey, electric man. Hey, electric man. You woke up this morning, didn't you? That's right, he woke up. He missing that tooth though. You know, you can buy that tooth. They sell individual. Never mind. So I get up in the morning and I like to think about the rewards, the gifts of sobriety. I have a great woman now because I'm focused now. I ain't in the street doing crazy stuff, spending my money, being all out of control. I'm getting every dream I've ever thought of. I'm on two sitcoms right now. I'm going to shoot a reality show tomorrow. And on Venice Beach, where I spent 9 years, I'm going out in September and shoot a 1-hour special on the spot where I started. I'm only able to do these things because of my sobriety. Because I don't have to use. And I ain't gonna use no matter what happens. Let me tell you something. I wouldn't take a sip of champagne. If I hit the lotto for $100 million today, I would not celebrate with a sip because all I need is one sip to take me right back to where I started. Yes, sir. And I know what happened when I got high. I don't want to go back to where I was. And a lot of people who fall off and go back, they forget how it ends. Right. They see that thing that's going to get them high one more time, and they're like, well, ain't nobody looking. I might as well just do a little bit. But there ain't no little bit. So once you do a little, it becomes a lot. So what you have to do is remind yourself of how it ends. How does that end up? That rock looks good, but how is that going to end? Am I going to end up not liking me? That's the most important thing. I hope y'all like me. If you do, that's cool. But if you don't, I'm all right with that because I dig me. I love me. I get the one I look at me, man, you sure look good. Look out now. What? So if you loving you and you working your program, you working your steps, you talk to other people who are also on this journey, then it makes the journey easier. I am here as a witness that sobriety works. My friends will tell you that I am illuminated now. I've always been a happy guy. I've always been positive, but I glow. When I walk, I shine when I walk. When I walk into the room, you turn around and say, well, who was that? What just happened? Because I'm so happy about who I am. I'm so grateful for what I have, no matter how small or how large. I am grateful. How many people sitting here had a meal this morning? Y'all ate this morning. You know how many people haven't had anything to eat in 2 or 3 days? We are blessed. They got proclamations coming down here from the governor and the mayor. You know, this dude put on 4 layers of clothes just so he could be here today. That's a blessing. That is a blessing. So I say to you, sobriety is real. It could happen for you. If you know somebody that's struggling with it, go and talk to them and tell them it could happen for them. And if you don't know nobody to talk to me. I'm very, very accessible. I don't have, let me tell you something. My number in the yellow pages, and they don't even have a yellow pages. If you can't find my Colyer, you ain't looking for me. I'll talk to anybody about your sobriety because I love talking. I'm going to kill this. Man, how you doing, dude? You all right? What happened? One of them stung you in your hand, mama? Are you recovering as well? Yay! Ain't recovery great, though? Come over here and hug me. Give me a squeeze. That's what I'm talking about. 14 years right there. 14 years. Man, I can't wait to get my first 10. I'm coming back here. I'm going to get my sash. And it is going to be on and popping. So, today, I say celebrate your life. I say know that you are worthy, that you are great, that you are wonderful and beautiful. And don't let nobody tell you anything different. Look at that beautiful queen with the red hat right there. Mama, you are so beautiful. I am so honored to be near you. May I ask your age? 82 and beautiful. Can she have some love right there? That's all I want. I want 82. If I can make 82 and still be beautiful, I'm in there like swimwear. Now, I come from an addictive family, okay? My daddy was a professional alcoholic. He drank a fifth of booze every day and smoked 3.5 packs of Pall Mall cigarettes. You ever hear Pall Mall? Pall Mall like smoking wood. You hear me? Just wood with a little paper wrapped around every day. I like to say that sobriety, I like to say that his addiction killed him, but it really was the booze on top of being a diabetic. Now, a diabetic, you ain't supposed to drink at all. He was doing a fifth a day, and at 51, his heart exploded. I have 3 big brothers, all addicts. My brother next to me is a year and a half older than me, like myself, crackhead. He's practicing, I'm not practicing. Okay, then above him, I have a brother who is on his 42nd year of having to have heroin every day of his life. He trying to get there, he ain't got there yet. Then my next brother is a police officer. It don't get much worse than that. Let me tell you something. He drinks 5 Long Island ITs and don't think he's alcoholic. I could drink a half a Long Island iced tea and fall down right now. So I come from a family of addiction. That's why when you're in the family of it, you got to be more aware of what's going on in your life. My son, he just turned 36, and he loved alcohol. He'd go to bed with a bottle of alcohol if he could. He loved alcohol. So check this out. After they busted him 3 times for DUIs, it got so bad they had that thing. You put in the car, you have to blow into it, and if you don't breathe right, the car don't start. That's an indication you're really serious about it. You got to blow, and so your car can start. Wasn't even his car. Okay. So after 3 times was supposed to go to court, he never made it. So he's standing on the corner one day. The police pulled up with a warrant, showed it to him, and said, "Young man, is that your picture?" He said, "Yeah." They said, "Well, your ride is here, so you get on the car." So they took him to county jail in Chicago, right? And I wasn't going to visit at first. Because at first I'm like, I'm not going to visit because that's supporting you. That mean 1 minute? Girl, I'm just starting. What you mean 1 minute? Okay, I'm going to do 1 minute. I'm going to wrap it up. See, now everybody want to back up here. I ain't asked to come up here. Now they want their little funky microphone. No, I'm sorry. All right. I got to tell this story and I'm going to wrap it up. So he goes to jail, right? So I go to visit him. I don't know if you ever went to county jail. But at county jail, I'm thinking they got these dividers between each person, right? No, ain't no divider. It's just a long piece of glass with holes poked in it, right? So everybody's standing next to each other talking through the hole. Now my son decided he's a genius. He wants to amplify the sound. So he takes a paper and roll it up to talk through the hole. Now remember, he done been in jail 4 months. He ain't had no toothpaste in 2.5 months. So when he go to talk, that funk come rolling through there. I had to turn my head, burn all the hair out my ear. So I'm talking, I talk, I turn my face. I talk, I turn my face. Well, I like to say that my son is now recovered as well. He don't drink anything. We talk every day. And so I am here as a witness. I am a witness that sobriety is real and that you can have it. You don't have to be no Superman. It can happen for anybody. It don't have nothing to do with your race, your creed, your background, your history. None of that matters. What matters is your now. What matters is you believing in yourself now. What matters is you seeing a future that's so great for you, and then just step into it. Everything you're seeking is seeking you. Everything you're looking for is looking for you. Now all you have to do is commit and step into it. I am honored to have been asked to come here today. I am honored to speak before you. I thank you so much. Do not ever give up on yourself. Do not give up on your family. Know that God is real, sobriety is real, and that you matter. Have an amazing afternoon. My name is Michael Colyer. Thank you. Thank you.